Hi everyone, my name is Iman, and as part of our last module for this course, I'm here to talk about the role of social networking in community development. So here's our discussion outline. First, we'll go over a few definitions. Like, I know this is common, not to all of us, and we are basically natives of social media and the internet, but it helps now we give definitions for this discussion. What's Web 2.0 or Dev 2.0, and then we'll discuss the emergence of Web 2.0. So, what changed when the new web was introduced? And then we'll go into Dev 2.0 and principles of good practice. Like, now that we know what Dev and Web version 2 are, how do we put these tools to good use in our development work? And finally, we'll go over what the future looks like for social media, social networking in community development, and the challenges that it comes with. So let's proceed. So here are a few definitions. Social media involves the use of various technological tools and methods for sharing and discussing information. Social networking naman is the use of social media tools specifically to connect and interact with others. So ito yung the act of using the social media to connect our communities, to connect ourselves and with the audiences and the communities that we serve. Web 2.0 refers to the web applications that provide interactive information and collaboration via internet. Dev 2.0 naman is the use of social media and social networking as a community development tool or practice. So as you can see, all of these four concepts are related. Um, the short of it is social media and social networking levels the playing field by allowing a larger segment of the population have access or grant access to information and influence outcomes. In the context of community development, it aims to ensure the participation and empowerment of both individuals and communities and to promote equality. So, in short, social media can be used to facilitate the social networking, sabi nga natin kanina, and this social network also forms the partnerships and builds relationships by leveraging social media. So, with the emergence of Web 2.0, it creates a virtual community where we actively create content with others, changing the way we relate to one another. So, let's parse this statement. So, creates a virtual community. So, in contrast to the passive viewing of web content, which is Web 1.0, Web 2.0 allows users to create content, interact, and collaborate in a user-generated virtual type community. So, ito yung mga virtual spaces natin, yung mga forums, so next is where we actively create content with others. So users actively participate and network with the potential to pool the collective intelligence of the users and create opportunities for free and unrestricted input. So medyo napapractice natin dito yung democracy and the free market of ideas kasi we're able to exchange the information that we have and use this to relate with others. And finally, changing the way we relate to one another. So we're transformed not only the quality and content of social media, but it's allowed for greater connectivity and interaction for social networking. So with the input that we provide in these virtual spaces, na mas napapalalim yung connection, yung pakikitungo, pakikisama natin sa people within this virtual space because we sort of give a part of ourselves in this community. So, our role as DevCom practitioners is networking both within the community and with other groups and agencies. So, without building good networks, long-term sustainable change is less likely to occur. Mas nawawiden yung reach natin because we have this virtual space. So, some tools to help us achieve this and leverage the emergence of this new web. We have blogs. For example, these are the a WordPress, Blogger, Tumblr. Um, this is where we can post commentary or news on a particular subject. So users can either view the content passively, or if allowed, they can also comment or contribute more content or insight to the web pages. So most of the organizations I know have their official web pages, and karamihan dito hosted talaga siya under WordPress or under a specific web host site that where they can easily manage the content. So with the emergence of all the platforms right now, parang mas madali na nakakagawa ng mga official websites for organizations to connect with their communities. So next is wiki pages. So these are the peer-reviewed Wikipedia websites. So I know that there are specific subject-specific wiki pages. So for example, ang alam ko may mga groups that have specific wiki pages, kunyari for very niche interests. So this is also something we can leverage on, kunyari for our specific advocacies, so that our communities can also contribute and share their ideas. Tapos, it's easy to track because you can see who changed what or who edited what para maging accurate yung wiki page na yun. So, it's a collaborative effort. The email slash newsletter, these are, um, we subscribe to this. So, we have subscription to orgs or advocacy groups, yung mga NGO that offer subscription so that the community is updated to whatever the organization is working on. And then we have syempre yung social sites, which is really three uses: personal comms, to link the community and to other groups, and to promote an idea. So these are the Facebook groups, Twitter, Threads, Reddit, yung mga ganon. And then there are also open source apps. So this is mas for the advanced developers. So there's a website called GitHub, GITHUB, that allows users to download applications, and then they can develop it and share or use within their means. So they can improve the software to fit whatever they need for their development work. So syempre, we're also familiar with the video con apps and the video and image sharing apps like YouTube, Instagram. So ito naman mas visual and audio media centric. So it allows you us to share our content with the general public through more visual means. So why use Web 2.0 in our development work? So with Web 2.0 comes Dev 2.0, or the use of social media and social networking as a development tool. So there are at least five that we've identified of good practices of why we can how we can leverage Web 2.0. So first, it is promotes active, representative, diverse participation. So citizens and practitioners alike can promote active, representative, and diverse participation in community decision making. So ulit, napapractice natin dito yung democratized free market of ideas. So the second is it allows for access to more information than before. So kumpara nung wala pa tayong masyadong information online na email lang lahat or mas analog like the books or newspapers, we now have access to learning suits, learning hubs online that we can reach with just a simple click or simple Google. Third, it enhances leadership through networking and power sharing. So since our communities are able to contribute to the websites, or the virtual spaces that we provide, mas parang nararamdaman din nila na meron silang stake dun sa sinalihan nilang community. So it also enforces trust, it increases trust, and greater transparency rin on the part of the organization. And then fourth, it provides for a wider range of info dissemination and dialogue. So um, hindi na lang siya nakastock kunyari sa isang lugar, but because this is a virtual space and anyone can go in, can access the information that you have, it helps in it's an effective strategy towards long-term sustainability and well-being of the community. And finally, kanina pa natin inuulit yung free market of ideas, yung free speech. It contributes to good governance and a healthy democracy. So the use of social media and networking um, addresses some of the fundamental tenets of good governance and democracy by allowing for a broader participation on the part of our audiences. So it allows for like all voices to be heard. But of course, this does not come without any challenges in the future, especially with the rise of AI and among other ICT advancements. So, syempre, mas costly yung ibang technologies that make this possible. And there are also skills required from our part for DevCom practitioner, and also yung mga people or our audiences who may not be able to access the the virtual spaces that we create. And it also grows the digital divide. Yun nga, kasi may mga na-alienate tayo na communities, marginalized na nga sila kasi wala silang access dun sa platforms that we're able to provide online. And then it may also counter yung efforts natin to inclusivity because many of our efforts, 'di ba, are online. So we might fail to consider yung mga walang access at all to these technologies. And the sea of data, which is basically just the information overload na how do we organize this information that's related to our work, and how do we distill this para mapakinabangan siya nung audience natin. So with this, I end with my discussion questions. So these are my references. And again, thank you for listening. Good luck with the rest of the semester. And see you at the discussion forum.